as with most live videos that you set at a certain point, I've said I'm going to be on for a certain time, which means I'm not ready. So I'm just going to have to leave you to look at this lovely view for a while, not of my face, but of the lock we're about to go through. So I just need to get a drink and what else do I need to get? I need to say hello to you guys. Hi everyone. I think we're all good. Need to get my other phone ready. Oh dear, what's it doing? I've got my other phone here and I clicked on YouTube and it says abandon stream. Do you want to abandon the stream? Well, not yet. Not quite yet. This should go on for a few hours because we've got 13 locks to do, including this one. Right, so just going to get my drink from in here. I'm not going to show you anything inside the boat because it's all an absolute state. So this whole live stream is going to be outside the boat still. Where's my drink gone? Okay, there it is. Had almost 500 people yesterday. Yeah, actually over 500 people watching yesterday. 509 people watching live, but it was sort of tail end of the day. This is in the middle of the day, so everyone's busy, especially on a nice sunny one like this. If you're inside watching this, what are you doing? Get out there and enjoy it. No, hopefully this is, if you're watching whilst you're skiving from work. Because work's boring. It's just, yeah, no one needs to do work. Well, kind of do, don't we? So yeah, this is another live stream of me just rambling on, and I'll try and respond to as many comments as I can whilst also going through the locks. Not going to start the engine just yet, but I am going to go and set this lock. I've also got a little bit of homework to do. I've got to measure a lock in a bit. Right, so I'm just going to set something up. Hang on. There we go. Hello and welcome to everyone who's watching, whether you're watching it back, and if you are, you can look at all the comments, the chat comments, by finding live chat. That's what you want to look for. So I'm just going to have a look at some of your comments. So I say a few quick hellos to the early birds that have joined, because they deserve. Spudvar the Magnificent, Alfie Barlow, Tom E, Nick Evans, Chet, Viper C678, Artemis, Sasha from Sasha's Narrowboat Life, Marion Johnson, Alison Palmer, Cranky Crew, Mel G, Howard Plum, Jeanette Marsden, 77 Bantams, and Emma Kelly. Welcome all. Yeah, yesterday there's a few of you there who actually won the live stream yesterday, and you're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Helped me get through it all. What did we cover? We went from the River Nen, or Neen, however you pronounce it, because lots of people have different ideas about that. Afterwards on the comments, I got told it's not Nen. Oh, you don't say Nen, it's Neen because it's got two E's. It's like, well, try telling that to the people of certain areas who have other opinions on that. It's great. If you want to get into an argument, just pronounce a name differently. Hiya. But yeah, I've had a lovely day this morning. Basically not filming. So I went up through two locks and had a really nice time. Because I wasn't filming, I was just enjoying it, and this lovely weather I've got. Seeing all the leaves come down from the trees. I didn't see any otters, unfortunately. So apparently on this stretch that my boat's on right now, this is where you'll see otters, but I thought I saw one diving for a fish or something, but it could have been anything. Could have just been a big fish splashing around. But yeah, so I've done 2 locks this morning. Went to Mackie D's to get my breakfast. And then I've done some phone calls and arranging things with the filming of Canal Boat Diaries, which I'm in between filming locations at the moment, so I'm moving the boat to a different location. I also run out of water. Well, I'm getting very low on water. That's my excuse for not doing my washing up anyway. But yeah, so I'm making my way up these locks and I'm bringing you with me. If there's anything you want to know, yeah, fire away and I'll try and respond to your comment if I can. Carrier bag, Greg, has said, Robbie, ignore my text, lol. Great, that's good because yeah, any messages coming through, I'm not going to see them because I'm live streaming, so I've put my phone on sleep mode or whatever it's called. Do not disturb mode. Whoa! These lock gates quite light, and when the wind takes them, yeah, it's great. Actually, these locks are really, I think they're quite easy. We should go up quite quickly. Not that we're in a rush, but I do have 13 of these to do before it gets dark. So we've got 4.5 hours to do 13 locks. Do you think I can do it? We'll see. Where we are now, it's quite close to the M1 that's east of Northampton. And Northampton is in the East Midlands. And this canal is an arm of the Grand Union that not a lot of boats venture along, because there's 17 locks, and then you're on the River Nene or Nen, or Nenny as I'm going to call it now. The River Nenny, and that can take you all the way to the Wash in the east, to take you to places like Boston and then Lincoln, etc. But that's all in flood at the moment, I think. So yeah, I've been told by locals about 6 months of the year the River Nenny, as I'm calling it, yeah, it's basically out of action. So I couldn't get any further if I tried. So I've had to turn around and come back the other way. Never mind. I'll do it again another time. There's plenty of time, hopefully. But yeah, it's funny, this morning I was a really, really nice time, obviously not filming, not streaming, just going for it, just doing what I love doing, which is going up through locks and just spending time on my boat, moving it without having to think about pictures or videos. Let's crank it. But I found myself talking to myself, so I was thinking, right, I've got to do another live stream today, otherwise I'm just going to be talking to myself and no one's going to be listening. Why is that so unacceptable? I mean, why can't we just talk to ourselves? I think this is why people have dogs, so that they feel less mad. It's fine. Look, it's fine to talk to yourself. Just don't let anyone see you do it. Yesterday's live stream was a bit of a bet going. How many locks could I do before it got dark? And the people that guessed 2 locks won. Welcome Al Wobbly Boater. He's just done a load of locks himself this morning and very graciously stopped so that he can join in on the chat. And Al's your main man. When I can't answer a question, he will. He's been doing this longer than I have, I think. How long have you been boating, Al? Can you tell everyone how long you've been on your boat with your Mrs. Tina? Yeah, good comment just now. Talking to yourself's fine, it's just when you're answering yourself back, that's when it's weird. True, very true. Bit windy today, but hopefully you can't hear any of that. God damn it, sorry. If you're watching this back, it will have just cut there a little bit. And if you're watching live, apologies for that, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened. But it just cut out a little bit. Should have really good signal, really. But yeah, as Sasha just said, I was just talking to myself then. Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't very important. I was just telling you about my mum and dad, how hilarious they are. And if they're watching, hello mum, hello dad. So with these ones, I'm going to go full whack on the paddles right up. It's been working so far well. That one splashed up at me a little bit. The air gets displaced. If it gets displaced really quickly, it's sort of, on some of the locks it's hilarious because it does spit up and really get you. Okay. I've got some goals for this live stream. Obviously I want to go 13 locks. I want to also get some more wood because I've seen some in the hedge. So I might have to get the chainsaw out briefly for that. But also I need to get my tape measure out because I've got to measure the next lock. Because we don't have the information for it. It's not on the guidebook. So I've just got to measure the rise from the lowest point of the water to where where it gets to. That's when you see the measurements of lock depths. It's usually the rise, as in from the lowest water level to the highest water level. Another goal for the live stream is just hopefully that the signal stays. I think it's all right. We're going up, so surely it should be better. But we're about to go through something that is a bit like a tunnel. So who knows? But it's a very high tunnel, so I'm thinking it'll be all right. I found a little crystal today. Look, I don't know if it's like quartz or something, but I found this by a lock. So I don't know if it's lucky or out, but I'll keep that. A little decorative crystal on my boat. Not that I'm into that sort of stuff, but you know what I mean. I thought, oh, that's nice. If you've just joined my live stream, if you're new to these live streams, it's in standard definition, so it's 720p. You can't stream in higher than that at present. And we normally get about 300 people watching. And yesterday we had over 500, which is amazing. You can also watch it back after it's... I shouldn't really be telling that because you'll be just logging off now going, I'll just watch it later. Oi, oi. And yeah, it usually goes on for a couple of hours. So you can dip in and out, whatever you want to do. And Al, Wobbly Boater in blue, he's a moderator for the chat, so you can ask him any questions, really. Because we've known each other for a long time. And he's also in charge of the chat, so if you're being naughty, he'll sort you out. Also, I can't answer the comments through locks because obviously I've got my hands full. But this is a space to chat amongst yourselves as well, definitely. And if you're watching this back and you're wondering what I'm talking about all the chat and that, you just have to click on live chat if you can see that option in your settings, or on the screen somewhere if you can see it. I don't know. Lots of you watch on your TV, so probably can't see that. Oh, I think we're getting close to where I found that log, ash log, not far away. And we're very close to the M1. If you're wondering where the traffic noise is coming from. There's an access road right in front of us that joins the M1. Also gives you access to a service station. I can't remember what they call the service station. I did go there this morning to get a Machi D's breakfast. Banging. That was my little treat. And also I don't really have a lot of fresh food in. I will get that later or tomorrow. Oh, I've seen an otter, right, I've seen an otter, right, here we go. There's an otter. There's an otter. There's an otter. It's right there, look. It's a mosaic little image of an otter. And that's representing how they dug the canals. Got the spade, or a shovel, whatever, both. Got the pickaxe and the wheelbarrow. And that is how they dug the canals. But yeah, there's an otter. There's our otter right there. At least we've seen one. I gotcha, didn't I? I gotcha. God, I'm hilarious. Right, I'm just going to put you back on the roof. We're going to get cranking now. Someone said to me recently, oh yeah, I said to my mates, I've met Robbie, you see on his videos, he's even more mad in real life. I've got to say, I'm not. I'm actually really boring. If you meet me in real life, I'm really quiet and boring. Unless I've had a bit too much to drink. And then I'm dancing like a loon. But I don't like drinking too much because I lose about 2 days afterwards, feeling rotten and unhappy. So it's ups and downs, isn't it? I just saw a comment there saying terrible signal. Apologies for that. Let's just do a quick signal check. See what speeds we're getting here. My little app that's showing me. You can't see, that's out of focus. Today I am mostly drinking very weak Ribena. Or Vimto, I can't remember what it was. It's black. It was black stuff. Yeah, so I've had a lovely day this morning. It's been absolutely amazing. Done 2 locks to add to the 2 I did yesterday. So that's 4 done. I need to do another 13. Along the way I need to look out for some wood. So I've seen some on the way back down, hopefully it's still there. Some ash that's died back. And I need to measure the next lock. Yes, with a tape measure. I need to try and see how much the rise is from the lowest level of water to the highest level. So that's my goals for today's live stream. Also, I'd love to be able to reach 500 viewers again, that would be amazing. Or 500 likes, I don't mind. Whatever comes first. But being that this is in the middle of the day when everyone's doing other stuff, it's probably not going to happen. Just going underneath an access road, which leads to the M1. Apologies if I lose signal. I will just have to move the camera to where there is signal and it might not be on the boat. Yeah, the signal's awful. Right, yeah, sorry, so M1 in the middle and then A43 either side, if you like your roads. As I know, Chris Cole has just joined, he likes his roads as a lorry driver. Right, so we are live on YouTube going through some locks. Canal Boat Diaries, yes, it is coming out on DVD at some point. I'm sure you can already pre-order it, I'm sure. I'm not going to advertise it because, yeah, not my job. But yeah, it's available if you like that sort of thing. Coming out in February. Quite pricey though. Anyway, I am thinking, what am I thinking? I'm just going to go ahead and open the lock, which is the other side of the M1 that we're in front of here, and this tunnel. Ugh, I'm just struggling to pull the boat in, it's a little bit shallow. That's the only reason I can fathom. Ugh. I haven't had my Weetabix today, I've had a Mighty McMuffin. That's like a sausage egg McMuffin with bacon. Well, what they call bacon anyway in McDonald's. All right. So I'm going to have to leave all my equipment here, so please look after it. But yeah, it also means that I can't really wobbly boater. Very good comment there. Right then. Where's my windlass? There it is. Is that a catchphrase? Hey guys, where's my windlass? Put that on a t-shirt. Nah, that's rubbish, isn't it? It's not as good as Let's Crank It. Oh yeah, it is really shallow. I can see the bottom easily. Right. Oh yeah. Is there? There's an actual boat coming down, is there?
I think it's 2 locks up.
Yeah.
No one comes down, is there?
Are they going up then?
No, they're coming down.
Hey, that's what I want to see. Yeah. Nice. Cheers, mate. That's some good news there. Yeah, that guy sounded very surprised. You may not be able to hear me as I'm a bit far away. So here goes. This is pretty cool actually. I think you can hear me. Hiya. I'm at the end of the tunnel. And the lock is pretty much in my favour anyway, that's great. This is all good news. But yeah, this is when I put a measure. Actually, I need to... Oh, damn. Yeah, okay. I don't think it matters if I got my boat in here and measured it from there. Yes, it's not going to matter a jot. If you just joined the live stream and you're wondering where Robbie is, I'm over here. Hiya. I'm waving at you right now. Just me and you and the naughty lass, and we are cranking it up through locks on the Northampton arm of the Grand Union. And it's such a nice day. I'm loving it. It's a little bit cold and windy, but the sun is out and got all these lovely colours, autumn colours and everything. And get to go through some locks. Bit windy now. We're about to go into a wind tunnel. But I love it when you see all the leaves come down. I really want to try and catch one and get one. They're moving quite fast. Oh, almost. Missing them. Here's one. Yeah, got it. I caught a leaf. Excellent. That's good luck, surely. Put that with my, I've got a crystal that I found on a lock. That's surely good luck as well. Not that I need it, you know, but... It's nice to be silly every once in a while. Imagine if I was normal. You wouldn't watch my bloody stuff, would you? Oh yeah. Love it. Right, we're about to lose the sun in a sec because we're going to go through this dark tunnel. But we shouldn't lose our signal. Famous last words. Has anyone done the top of the Lancaster Canal to Manchester? Well, I haven't done that. Definitely not. Right. Exactly, Anne-Marie's got it there. Normal. There's enough people trying to be too normal, just like it's a homogenous culture, everyone trying to be the same. It's not cool, guys. Let's normalise being different. But then it will become boring. Okay, maybe that's not the solution. Right, I need to get my tape measure out, bear with me. Throttle. Where is my tape measure? Here it is. It's pretty good. Right, here we go. Just going to show you what I'm doing here. Hiya. Just going to get the tape measure out and measure just how. Oh, sorry, just cover you up there. Ooh, nearly dropped it. I'm going to measure what the different distance is between the bottom and the top. Or the bottom and what I really ideally want is where the water goes to. So I'll measure from here. I'll measure from here to the top, that'll be one measurement. Use that straight line. Okay, that's in the water. And we're looking at 7'6". So I'll just note that down. £7'6" from the water line to top of the lock. So I might have to measure it again to get myself the distance from the top to the where the water line ends up. And we're in lock 14. I think, yeah, that was 13. We're in lock 14 of the Northampton arm of the Grand Union. So yeah, right, let's go. Sorry, a bit wonky there. Such a lovely, shiny, sunny day, isn't it? Ugh. Okay. Just hauling myself out of the lock, not using the ladder. Looking ahead, I can't see the other boat yet. There's another boat coming down, apparently. So we've got to keep an eye out for that. I suppose it's not unusual on a day like this to see another boat, but in this part of the network, well, it's just not very well used. But the locks are good. These locks are all sound. I think there's one where there's a paddle missing, but most of them are great. Some of them leak, of course, but they all seem to leak a bit. That's why you have to shut all the gates, because of the. If you don't, you know, if you just left the gates open, the locks would just leak a lot easier. I'd let all the water out a lot easier. I once emptied a pound at near Tring Reservoir, leaving loads of boats on their side. When I first started, my first year, I felt like such a prune, but I've just been doing too much that day. It's getting warm now. I have to strip off. Bear with me. Da, 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 da. Right. Flipping hell. Right, 7'6" from the water line to the top where I'm standing. So it's not the deepest of locks. I'm expecting you to come closer to the gate now. Hopefully the water will go underneath the boat and push it forward. So, how's it going? Come here often? Fact of the day, the tunnel we've just been through was built in 1959. Or certainly opened in 1959 with the motorway itself, the M1. No points for guessing where the M1 takes you to and from, because this is a channel about canal boats, so I don't care about that stuff. This is all about boats, yeah? My last vlog was about magnet fishing as well. I got into a little bit of trouble with some people who said the Canal River Trust don't allow magnet fishing. Well, what are they going to do about it? Sorry, I mean, of course I won't do it again. But when I was, not to get anyone in trouble, but the lock keepers, the volunteer lock keepers, were watching me as I did it. They were supervising. And I didn't leave any rubbish. I didn't leave any of the metal behind. I took it all with me and binned I binned all of it. It was all crap. Apart from the bottle opener, I think I kept that one. There's a bottle opener that said Cyprus on it. Oh. Okay, so I'm now going to measure the distance between the top of the lock and where the water ends up. just need to get my tape measure. I'm doing this because we need all this information for making canal boat diaries, and sometimes we've got to do it ourselves. Normally it's in a guidebook or something. But no, this is, you're actually watching me research for canal boat diaries right now. Episode 9 of season 5, series 5 I should say. You're not American, Robbie. So every time I say train track or train station, I get accused saying the wrong thing by the purists. God help them. Right, that's it, we're at the top. So the water's not going to rise any further today. We're looking at 1 foot. Let's have a look, come on. 1 foot. Just over 1 foot 2 inches. Yep, I'll call that a one. Well, measure twice, cut once. Yeah, so it's about there. Yeah, just over 1 feet 2 inches is the distance between the water level now and the top of the lock itself. So I've just got to send that through to my producer. Bear with me. Distance from top to top to towpath equals 1 foot 2 inches. So yeah, bear with me. So I'm texting my producer Stu and letting him know what the details are. He's just editing at the moment. He does a little bit edit, and then it goes on to the next guy who edits, tidies it up, and then it gets the colours and the audio and all that sort of stuff. Very technical, but it makes a good show, hopefully. Right, time to press on. I'm just going to open the gate and then wind down those paddles. And then I'm going to walk ahead and open the next lock gate. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, I could just leave the gate closed. Probably the safest thing to do, isn't it? Because sometimes if you let water down, it can make the boat come out, and then you end up losing your boat if you're not careful. Oh, there's loads of wood here. Right, I mustn't forget that. I might have to come back and do that as well. So that's another one of my goals today. Apart from getting up through these locks, apart from measuring that lock and the last one, I want to get some firewood too. It's a busy day on the barge, on the boat. I suppose it is kind of a, isn't it? Working boat. Yeah, apparently this is work. Amazing, isn't it? I get to do this as a job. That's the thing though, if you're in a creative mindset, if that's your skills, is doing something. Right, back now, just have to go to the toilet. I'm joking. If you're watching this back, I just suffered a little bit of, well, I was being stupid then. I left my phone in my pocket. So although this microphone that I'm talking to you on, that reaches, you can hear me as I'm walking away. But if I take my other phone with me, because I'm streaming the data to provide this live stream through my phone, I took it with me and that was just too far away. So both my phones are on top of the roof on my boat. A little bit dodgy, but there's hardly anyone around, so I think I'll be alright. But yeah, I've got a lot of walking to do, as I was just trying to explain. Backwards and forwards to these locks now. We're at the start of a flight of 12, but 12 locks to do. including the one we're going through. So this next one I'm walking to is lock number 11. And I've got a good 3.5 hours to get them done in, so that should be fine. Enough time. Should be enough time, yeah. Still. Right. Let's get back to it. There is a lot of walking involved for these. But this is my gym, this is what keeps me fit. Apart from going to the actual gym. But this is definitely going to the gym day because I'm doing all these locks. I'm actually getting a bit of a sweat on already. Mostly because I've just had to run back to this lock to drop my phone back off on my boat so we can still stream this. I'm all ready to take on these locks. I've got enough food in my belly. What I've got to watch out for is making sure I drink enough water, that's all. Because I always forget. Shit. Right then, a bit of firewood. Shall I just get a log, put on the roof, a branch or two? What can I see over here? There is quite a few. They're all kind of rotten. So, oh, that could be right. That's hawthorn. There is loads of wood here. There's loads. I'm just going to grab the nearest branch. Ugh. Ah, flip. Oh. I've just pulled a muscle on my shoulder. Ow. I'll be absolutely fine. It's just a little bit of a twinge, that was all. Whew. Ah, God, that hurt. Right, let's go. Let's get out of here before I injure myself even further. Oh, a bit slippery today, so I've got to watch where I'm treading. Especially when you're on your own, you can't really rush. You've got to take your time. Make sure you're doing it right. I would say, like, watch my videos if you ever think, oh, what's the right way to do something? Watch my videos for inspiration, but don't don't take it as gospel, if you know what I mean. Certainly if you're watching Canal Boat Diaries, because what we edit for that You know, that's in TV land. Everyone in TV land, they're telling a story that looks good on TV. It's not necessarily what you should be doing in real life, or it's not exactly how it is in real life. Think about those documentaries. There's a camera crew filming these people, like Louis Theroux's documentaries, for example. People know they're being watched, so they're going to act a certain way, aren't they? It's like me being filmed on my boat. I'm going to try and act normal. You know, I'm not going to be picking my nose or whatever. I'm going to be trying to, just steer the boat in a gentlemanly fashion. I'm not going to be eating a McDonald's while I'm doing it. Not that I do that. Oh, guys. So we're just leaving the M1 behind us there. But I do need to shut this lock behind me, and if I can do that whilst my boat's sort of hovering here, that would be ideal. Because it will save me having to walk to the next lock, which is over there, all the way back to this one. I think I can do this. Just tweaked my shoulder a little bit, but I think I'm going to be okay. I'm only 41, but I have to say that because I know people who are older will be like, oh, don't say you're old when you're just 41. But you do have to watch out, don't you, as you get older. Any little injury, you're just sort of keeping an extra eye out for it. You can't throw yourself about like you used to. Whoa! Especially when there's lots of slippery leaves about. Yeah, so I've just seen a lot of firewood to the side. It's all quite rotten, wet and rotten, so it's not ideal. Some of it's not wet, but yeah. I'd have to get stuck in there, get the chainsaw out, my gloves and everything. And I've got lots to do, haven't I? So let's get on with it. Let's go under the A43, which runs parallel at this point to M1 behind us. And these locks, aside from the roads going over them, they're just a lovely place to walk. There's lots of people walking their dogs here. And I can see a boater has just stepped off their boat, which is great. So I gave them a wave just then, they didn't see me. That's always the trouble. If you wave too early. Oh man, I should have left that lock open for them, I've just realised. Bugger. Oh man. Never mind. Hi mate. I was going to say, if you want anything to do, you can. That lock, I've just closed it. I meant to leave it open. Cheers. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Yeah, if I'd have known, I would have left them all open for this next boater. Right, there's a little bit of flow coming down from the weir that's on our right hand side there. So it's going to push the boat over a little bit, so I need to just massively correct before. So it's flowing down quite a lot. Because there's water coming down the flight, you see, with this boat that we'll see in a minute. So I'm steering into that wall and then turning it last minute really, so I don't smack into it. Which I did, a little bit. Oh well. Nobody's perfect. Oh, Cheers, mate. Oh, that's great. Cheers, thanks. You don't have to tie on with these locks. You don't have to tie up your boat or anything. Just one of the reasons why I love these these narrow locks. Whoa! I did not expect that. Alright, this is why I don't like these locks. Wow, the air, as I mentioned earlier on, whoa, look at that! The air gets displaced. It's going mental over this side. You can see it. Oh, almost got a bit soaked then. Oh, it's attacking me. It just keeps going. I haven't even opened this one yet. Oh my dear. Oh my days. Just absolutely busted up by this one. I'm done. Absolutely covered in canal water. Well, that didn't happen to me on the way down. Absolutely soaked. It will dry off in this wind, it's fine. Right, let's look ahead of us now. That was funny, I gotta say, that was very funny. Right, looking ahead to the next one, we've got a boat coming out of the lock, obviously. So I've got to find a way to pass them without getting stuck.
Because you can't.
Okay.
I've known people start at the top,
Yeah,
thinking they'll come down and do a few locks, turn around and go back.
that's a great point.
You can't.
You have to go on the river to turn round.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go all the way to the bottom, as you know, you've just come up, there's nowhere to turn around. So it's,
And you have to pay the EA, don't you, the Environment Agency.
I believe so.
You have to pay to turn round.
Yeah, to go out on the river, technically, you still have your license.
I suppose you probably could get. We're not. This is not advice that we're giving you, but I suppose technically you could just turn around and go back again, couldn't you?
Yeah, and as you've seen, you've just come under the M1,
Yeah, that's right.
and now you're following the A43.
Yeah. Either side, isn't it, of the motorway, there's the A43. But as I said on this channel, we're not interested in roads,
No.
even though I've talked about this a lot.
No, all you're
It's all about canals.
And anybody that wants to take this on, start at the top, go all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
A friend of mine tried to impress his girlfriend once.
Yeah.
We're going through a few locks late one afternoon. He didn't get back till midnight because he didn't realise he had
Oh
to
dear.
turn
I see. What we do for love, eh? Thanks, Gerald. Appreciate that. Oh right, this guy ahead of us, he has tied up his boat and run ahead to chat with me, and he's now rushing back to get on again. I'm just going to do this really slowly, this manoeuvre. I think because of the channel that we're crossing in, it's not ideal here because it is so shallow at either side. So I'm just going to get myself stuck and see how we can get on. So I need a bit more room. If he can just stop for a little bit there. Right, here we go. Can we do this? Very, very shallow on either side. I'm just going to cut the engine now. I'm just drifting over to the right. And then it should be okay. Right, bud. I think we did that quite well, didn't we?
Again?
That was quite a good manoeuvre there.
Just about, I wasn't sure what was going on while you stopped. So.
Oh, just to chat to him, really. He was giving me some advice. He's just pointing at something, but I can't tell what he's pointing at. But if you like, I can go and chat to him and yeah, and find out what we are looking at. Right, what we're looking at here is a...
It's just a little bench in memory of somebody and one of these...
a bee hotel.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Sign there tells you about it.
And then we've got what looks like an old cow bridge to help the cattle cross the canal.
That used to be there, look behind you.
And that used to be right there. Okay, that makes sense. That's why we're looking at these posts. Someone's telling me I've got to give you a Mars bar for your troubles.
Don't need it, it's me bike.
Oh, fair enough.
Right, see you later.
All right, bud. Thanks so much.
The third one up is pretty good. You'll be able to moor it if you want to.
Okay, I'll be all right. All right then, put you there for a sec. Bit of a different angle for you to watch from. Right, that's one gate shut. I need to get my windlass from the roof. And then shut the other gate. This is lock number 10 that we're in at the moment. So that bloke I was just talking to, he says, oh, you'd be hard pushed to do 10 locks before it gets dark. It gets dark about 4:30, I think, today. Like, you know, pitch black. Or at least too dark to move the boat. So, and sunset's at 4:15. I think I've got enough time. But this is the thing, you do meet a lot of people along the way who will tell you about their experiences. No paddle on that one, on that side. But there is on this side. They'll tell you about their experiences, and if it's negative, actually, I need to turn the camera around so you can watch me getting soaked. Right, let's see how much water comes out on this one, shall we? Oh, nothing. That's good. Oh, that was a bit of a heart in mouth moment. I thought it was going to absolutely soak me, but it's fine. But yeah, I do meet a lot of people who are very negative about the journey. Don't go there. Don't go that way. Oh, you don't want to go more there, you know. And you just got to take it with a pinch of salt, really. What's acceptable to one person isn't to another, you know. We've all got different ways of living, different expectations from life. What we'll put up with, you know, someone wouldn't put up with living like this, whereas someone else would be like, this is a luxury what you got here, Robbie. You know, it's all relative. Do you like these little philosophical chats that I come up with? Or am I just talking absolute nonsense? Oh, right. Thought there was a bit of firewood, but it was just too rotten. Oh, I need to find some nice ash log. I remember it was somewhere along here that it just fallen down. Unless someone else has already had it, which is the thing, you know, it's so rare to find free firewood when you're on a canal like the Grand Union. I'm in East Midlands. It's probably where the most amount of marinas are, the most amount of boats moored up. It's closest to all the junctions. And like in Braunston, that's one of the busiest locations on the network, because it's got it's in between two major junctions, really. I suppose you could count it as close to 3 junctions. That's why the Crick Boat Show is held where it is. You know, it's all sort of central to the system. And that's probably why there are so many marinas, and some can charge a pretty penny for mooring in this part of the country. It's just that this canal we're on now, this arm, is a rarity in the fact that there's not too many of the boats using it. That's why it's easy to make a live stream like this where I can just talk to myself, or I look like I'm talking to myself. As long as I'm not answering my own questions, that's what we decided, wasn't it? I mentioned yesterday, if you didn't know, you already know if you're a boater, but using the biggest muscles in your body, which are usually the good old glutes and your thighs and all that sort of stuff. This is how you open a heavy lock like this one. You could do it that way, but you run the risk of slipping and then you're knocking yourself out. So I try not to do that one too much. And there's another danger with letting these down, isn't there? You know, you've got to watch that doesn't happen. And that's why this little catch is there, because you can let go and it catches. Right, I need to open the next one. So I will leave my phone here, so you've got signal. I do want to take it with me because I want to see all your comments. This is actually the worst part of going through these locks. I'm loving it, but making this live stream, I want to chat with you, don't I? But I can't. Never mind. It's a bit more exposed up here, a bit more windy. Hopefully that's not showing up on the mic. Oh, that's pretty much ready, I would say. Yeah. I'll cross over. Right, let's crank it. Huge shout out to Al, Wobbly Boater, for helping me with the chat today, because I've not been able to respond to many of your questions. I could see one from Chris Cole though, Crank It Crew member. Crank It Crew's my Patreon group. He says, is that why they say Braunston is a spiritual home of narrowboaters? Whenever they say it's the spiritual home of narrowboaters, which I think that's a phrase coined by my producer, if I'm right in saying that. You know, maybe not in the Canal Boat Diaries, but in a previous programme. And it's because of the church there, and also the strong feeling that many working boaters had about Braunston. Some of them would have married local women, started families, you know, left their boats and got a house there. But the main spiritual reason is that the church, that's where they wanted to be buried when they died. That's where they wanted to be their kids to be christened. That's where they wanted to marry. It was just such an important location, and the spiritual home side of it is to do with the church there. To me, it's the capital city of canals. CCC. That's my phrase that I'm coining. And it's an interesting fact, I came up with the name Canal Boat Diaries. That was my idea. CBD. They wanted to call it Narrowboat Diaries, but there was already a series of books by fellow narrowboater Dan Brown, sort of interesting. That's his channel. And I noticed that, and it's a quick search, I noticed that he'd done some called Narrowboat Diaries, so I thought, well, we can't call it that. So I said, hey guys, how about CBD? How about Canal Boat Diaries? And now we're in Series 5, still going well. Still doing this. I'm loving it. Ugh. Just jumping out of the lock then. Magic. So I've just seen, I don't know if you remember, in the live stream, I said to a guy at the side, I was like, I just forgot to open that gate for the boater who's coming down, can you do it? And he did. And now he's back, shutting the lock gates behind me. Brilliant. Because although I love going through locks, my favourite part is probably winding the paddles. That's the best bit. It's very closely followed by opening the gates, followed by climbing the ladders. I like doing that bit. Anything like that's a bit of action. But winding the paddles down and closing the gates after you is generally not a thing that people enjoy doing in the boating world. So if you want to help someone out, you haven't got a boat and you want to help someone out on the canal, they love that. You say, do you want me to close the gate for you? They'll be like, absolutely brilliant, cheers. Because once you're in a lock, it's exciting, but then as soon as you get to leave it, you've already moved on to the next one in your mind, especially in a lock flight like this, where there are a lot of them. I'm going to leave that one going and I'll walk on ahead to set the next lock. So bear with me. And whilst I'm walking, I'm looking for firewood as well. So I really want to find a nice big bit of wood that I can get my chainsaw out and chop it up. But obviously my main priority is getting through these locks before I lose the light. It's clouded over now. There's so much wind, I guess it's easy for the clouds to blow around. That's how I feel about it. Whatever. Talking about the weather is so boring. Because it's just it's what people go to, isn't it? Their first port of call for conversation in this country. Like the weather. Here we go. I usually like to jump between these locks, but I can't do it. I suppose I could do it. No, it's a bit too much of a gap, really. Especially with him opening the gate. You've been very helpful. Are you a local?
Yeah, top of the float.
Yeah, yeah. And you got a boat up there, have you?
No, I live in the house at the top.
Right. So it's like you're the unofficial lock keeper sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked. Thanks so much for your help. Yeah, cheers.
I haven't got a window, but some of them refill themselves on the roof.
Yeah. And
I won't be able to do them, but I'll do what I can.
That's brilliant.
Fine.
I was just saying to myself, thinking to myself, it's just really nice when someone shuts the gates for you.
Not a backwards and forwards walk.
Yeah, there is, yeah. So, I'll get my steps in today. Cheers, mate. That's quite funny. Sorry, I was just talking to a guy with his dogs there who's shutting some gates behind me. And he was saying he lives at the house at the top of the lock flight, which is essentially, I think, the ex-lockkeeper's cottage. He's probably been possessed by the lockkeeper that lived there. He can't not walk down this way and open some locks. He should get a windlass. Yeah, this is one of my favourite things actually about opening locks, is this tool. And this is my favourite style of windlass. I will show you in a bit. This one's quite nice and heavy. Yeah, I'll show you whilst we're waiting for the water to fill up in this lock. It's taking a while. It's not my favourite one. It's just exactly the same with the metal chipped off or whatever. So it's almost exactly the same as my other one that's my favourite, which I can't actually see if I can find it. Ugh. Nope, I can't find my favourite windlass. Sad. But this one is almost exactly the same. And I just love it. It's nice and heavy. And it's one of my favourite things about working these locks, is getting to use one of these. This is my tool right here. So there we go. Let's get on with opening the lock. Which I think I may need to use the windlass now. This is how happy I am working the locks. Yeah! It's great. Going through a lock on your own in your boat, it does make you feel strong, physically and mentally. Because it can be a little bit daunting, can't it? And every single lock feels like a challenge that you've taken on and won. And it's just such a great, fulfilling experience, I think. Smashing. I think that bloke's gone ahead and opened up the gates on the next lock. Brilliant. He says he hasn't got a windlass, but he'll do what he can, which is fantastic. I reckon we're going to easily make the end of this flight. I forgot what, I think we're in lock number 9 now. Yeah, lock number 9. So we've got 9 locks to go, including this one that we're just leaving. Come on, we can do this. Because the battery on my phone is probably going to run out. I need to check the battery actually. Bear with me, the stream's going to go a little bit wonky. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. 75%. What isn't good is my other battery, the one that I'm taking the internet from. So bear with me, I'm just going to get some power. Oh, reps. I'm just inside the boat looking for something, knocking things over as I do. Oh. Question from Marion. Is this phone your new one, Robbie? The what? This is, can I show you? Yes, I can, of course I can. Doesn't that blow your mind? Looking at the comments, man. Look at all that. That's crazy, right? Sorry, I'll stop doing American voice. This is my new phone. iPhone 15 Pro Max. The one I'm filming on now is a 14 Pro Max. It says it in the description what I'm using and the equipment that I've got. Just gotta quickly shut this paddle down. I left it open. I've got to do it before the boat leaves the lock if I can. There we go. How you doing anyway? How are you? How's it going? What are you doing today? Are you stuck at home? Are you at work? Are you in the toilet at work? Watching on your phone? Let us know, guys. What are you up to today? Apart from watching this. Watching a middle-aged man take on some odds. Am I middle-aged? I suppose I am, aren't I, really? 41. Unbelievable. Where's the time go? Right, let's have a look at the next lock. We're going to fit. Oh, I feel your pain there. At home trying to get warm. It's just bloody freezing. Doing my best to avoid work. Yeah. I love it. Work is so crap, isn't it? Why do we have to do work? Oh, lovely. Sat in Morrison's Cafe, robbing their Wi-Fi. Mad props for that. Cooking bread, just chilling, listing on eBay, trying to break off to earn my hubby's tea. Not allowed. No, you must feed your husband. That's an order. Chilling in my van. Enjoying semi-retirement was one of the... enjoying the video, dinner. Alfie says, I'm in my lovely warm caravan whilst it's raining outside. Oh, that's cool. It's nice to get a little bit of picture from people that I see I see their names coming up a lot. Like Marion Johansson, he's from north of Copenhagen. And then we've got Alfie who's saying he's in his caravan. Awesome. Right, let's get out of this lock. Oh God. So I'm just getting a bit squished. Ah! Do not do this, by the way, what I'm doing now. Not a good idea. Okay. I have a little bit of walking to do. Just going to check the front of the boat before it crashes. No, we're fine. It's just getting a little bit wet there. Holy schweppes. Yeah, the boat's getting a bit of a soaking at the front. Just going to shut these gates and hopefully that will solve some problem. Ugh. It is windy today. I do not like moving the boat in wind. I really, really, really dislike it. Oh, I can't do it. I'm just going to try and jump across the lock. We're in lock 8. So we've got this one and 7 more to do. Come on, we can do it. What am I talking about? We. I'm doing the work. And bloody loving it. Right, I'll be back in a moment. Just having a little break. AKA, I'm walking back to shut the locks behind us. Close the lock gates. You're it. And why haven't I got a signature windlass? You know how people have signature guitars? Just become a diva now, haven't I? Why haven't I got this? Ugh. I did go out with someone once who, she's like, oh God, I could do what you're doing easy, and I'd do much more with what you're doing, and you know, all this sort of stuff. It's like, all right, love. It's not about how much you can get out of life, isn't it? It's about how much you can contribute, I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone in that. If you want to have a fulfilling life, you've just got to be prepared to give, I think. And not to get back. Give without getting back. I'm just talking nonsense, I'm so sorry. Ugh. But then I suppose anyone's opinion is nonsense. Well, this is what I'm speaking aloud about is just what goes around my head normally. Just a load of chatter in my head. It's quite nice to get it out, even if it doesn't make sense. And doing these live streams, it's like the most authentic version of myself, because I can just talk and no one's there to judge me or butt in or talk over me or make me feel shit about what I'm saying, or, you know, I can just say what I want, how I want. It just made me think, hang on, that's a bit like, why can't I do that normally? Well, I don't want to be that person, I guess. I want to listen to people when I'm talking to someone and try and listen as much as possible. And not just talk at them and expect them to be silent and wait for my next thing I'm saying. This is the only communication medium where I can do this. I think I was thinking about this recently about love and relationships and all of that. And I think my mum's watching this going, oh, here we go. What's he going to say now? Well, my exes are going, oh, for goodness sake, what's he talking about now? No, I just think if you can find someone you can just talk to as naturally as possible, if you can communicate as naturally as possible with no games, surely that's a winner. I don't mean in a boring way, like you're just talking about normal stuff with no drama or anything. But someone who you can just be really open with, and they can be open back, and you're not talking over each other and trying to get one up on each other. And I know that banter, you have to have a bit of, you know, you have to tease and all that sort of stuff. I've never been that great at that. Just not really got much time for banter, because to me it just seems like a sort of, oh, I'm an alpha and I'm going to try it, but to do that I'm going to be on top of the social hierarchy, I'm just going to make you look small. You know, every time I have banter with someone, it's like, what are you doing? You're trying to make me look, you're trying to bring me down a peg, that's what you're trying to do. So that's never going to feel nice, is it? But I suppose I'm different because I do live on my own, I spend a lot of time on my own. I'm sort of introverted. You know, if I go to an event, I'm talking to lots of people, it's huge energy just going out and out and out. I need like a few days afterwards to recover. And it's not from just drinking. Although I do find like I have to drink to be more myself sometimes. We're surely getting close to where this bit of wood is that I'm looking out for. Gotta be coming up. What's the time now? Time is 10 to 2 and here in the UK, and here in East Midlands. Ugh. I've got another 7 locks to do after this. Yeah, 7 locks after this one here. Just had its sign ripped off. It's a shame. Going to check to see if the stream's actually still going. I haven't just been talking to myself. No, we are still going, that's great. Okay. Any comments? Let's have a look that I can respond to. Yeah, Al Wobbly Boater, he's correct. Wobbly Boater saying I'm headed for Gayton Junction today. Then possibly down to Milton Keynes. That's still up for grabs. I don't know. And any stoppages, you know, you just go with the flow, don't you? If you can't carry on, you can't carry on. I'll be staying over Christmas somewhere near Milton Keynes, I imagine, or maybe Stoke Brewern. I don't know yet. Thank you, Janessa Sutton Cooper. Very nice comment you put there. That's very nice, quite kind of you. See if I can get some more comments responded to before moving on. We're almost at the top of this lock. Oh, bless you, Verity Brown. That's a nice comment. Yeah, it's a whole different vibe, isn't it, on these live streams. Simon's Modelling Shed says, hi Robbie, I hope you are well. I am very well, thanks. I'm absolutely living the dream, aren't I? It's fantastic. This is exactly what I want to be doing right now. Yeah, Berenice Baker, I agree there. You sort of, with your partner, you talk and talk, but a big crowd can be absolutely draining. It's funny that, isn't it? Fantastic. Yes, that's a good point. Alan Glass makes Stoke Bruern Christmas would be great in the boat inn. Now, I've got a question to ask you. I can't see your answer to it, but this is a hypothetical question. Do you think that I stay on my boat on Christmas? Do you think I spend Christmas Day on my boat? Or even Christmas Eve? I don't, because otherwise that'd be quite sad, wouldn't it? I've got a big enough family. I'm going to spend Christmas with them, aren't I? I've never spent Christmas Day on my boat. I've always had someone to look out for my boat whilst I've left it. But yeah, I've never ever had Christmas Day on my boat, or even Christmas Eve. It's just not something I really want to do, unless I've had people with me that I want to spend Christmas Day with. But yeah, I need to sort out some kind of crank it crew Christmas do. Don't know if I can do that though. It's too much to organise. Hello. They didn't say hello back to me. But you know what? That little hello I do. That's my sort of like, hello, I'm not a non-threatening, sort of, it's like a slightly higher pitched hello. It's like, hello. I'm going, right, how you doing? Yeah? What you up to? Yeah, nice one, mate. That's not my normal voice, by the way, but you know what I mean. I've not gone for a blokey. Right, mate. It's a non-threatening hello. Everyone say it all together. Hello. Hello there. Hi. Oh dear. I think we're doing really well here. I'm just going to shut this paddle down. Going straight into the next lock. Janessa says, surely no one would see me as threatening. Well, you would be surprised. So many times when I've said hello to people from my boat, it's been, hello, you know, you and me, like we've got a different relationship. You watch my videos, I might not know who you are or know you personally, but you kind of know what I'm like. Especially on these live streams, this is sort of, yeah, this is me. You don't completely know me, but whatever. So anyone I see a stranger, they're looking at me on a boat with a hat that's a bit worn out, and you know, I've got stains on my trousers from oil stains. They just think, oh, scabby boater or something like that, and people like to make really snappy judgments, especially people who are perhaps living that normal life where you're all told to live, and then they're seeing someone like me completely broken free of the system, just on a boat, off grid, sort of living a completely different weird lifestyle, and that's threatening. Maybe that's it. Oh yes, right, we're going into this lock, and right next to it, look at that, can you see that? It says 1888. This canal was opened in 1815, but that bit there was 1888. There's a piece of wood. There's some wood over there. We'll go get it. Right. So I'll leave you that lovely view. I'm just going to go and... Yeah, we'll get up to the top of this log first. I'm obsessed with logs, right? And I'll get to stop this lock first, and then I'll get the log on. I'll get a right log on. Some guy just cycled past on his bike who looked at me very strangely. See what I mean? People just look at me and they think, you weirdo. But I don't give a shit. I mean, I've stopped caring. I do obviously care about what people think of me in some respects. I wouldn't want to become a complete reject from society. That would not really serve me very well. But at the same time, I don't really care. If I really thought about it, I don't really care what people think. It is always hard to deal with when you get rejected, isn't it? You sort of say hello to someone, they don't respond back to you. That is a rejection. And men, famously, were not very good at rejection. Not quite very good at dealing with that one. Right, so have I forgotten my windlass? I think I have. No, I haven't. It's here. Well, I say here, it's not on my person, so I've got to now walk around the lock and go over there to get it. It's just on your right, behind your right side there. Got it. Yeah, I've got a bit of work to do now. I've got to set this lock going. I'll let in the water. I've got to walk back and shut the gates. I've got to open the gates in front of me, and I've got a log to chainsaw in half. Because I've been eyeing up that log all day long. In my mind. In my mind, not actually visually. I've got to make use of it because that's prime wood there. I'll show you in a sec. So yeah, quick little couple minutes break while I go back and shut the gates behind me. Right, you should hear the engine fade in now as I'm walking back to the boat. And I'm going to take you with me a little bit now because we're going to go and see this piece of wood which is just over here. And I'm just going to put you down. This is a huge tree trunk, and I don't know quite how I'm going to attack it. I need to just get my gear, all the gear. But at least my chainsaw is all charged up. And we've got enough oil. Have we got enough oil? Chainsaw oil is just about enough, yeah. Just gonna get my gloves. So I obviously need to be quick about this because I'm in the middle of a lock, essentially. Even though there are no other boats around, I still need to make sure I'm doing this fairly smoothly and quickly. Oh, it's wet in here. Wow. In the front of the boat. Okay. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to chop the upper part of it, obviously. I'm not going to go through that bit. I could do, but it'll just take forever. So I think I'm just going to... Well, that's not a bad bit to have, actually. But what I really want is this bit here. I'm just thinking, what's my best form of... That's going to fall on my head. I'm just doing a risk assessment. Maybe I'll try and get that bit first. That looks kind of dead. Can't really reach it from here. I might have bitten off more than I can chew with this one, but I do want it. So if I want to cut there, that's just going to fall this way. Oh, but there's quite a bit more to it here. Right. It's worth a go. I'm just going to see how long it takes to do this. We need at least two bits chopped, or 2 bits cut into. Just thinking there's any other bits of wood that's going to be better to chop up, or that's going to get in my way. Right. Yep, got full battery. Problem is, it's going to start to bind. Actually, it should be all right. See, I'm not an expert, but I know how to use a chainsaw, he says. It's getting through it quite well for an electric chainsaw. Not too bad. I've unfortunately made the cut a little bit too near the base. So I either start all over again or just keep going. Just keep going, I suppose. It's hard work. How much battery got left? Oof, we've just lost a quarter of the power. I'd be through it by now if I'd got the cut further up, but it was just really difficult to get there. But I have made things difficult. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to chop. Oh, I can't do it. I'm going to get the axe out. Let's have a bit of fun with my new axe. This is something I've always wanted to do. And I think this is a little bit safer than, although it's on the wrong side. I'm not left-handed. Yeah, that's not going to really be as accurate as I need it to be. Oh. This is a dead tree, by the way. It's an ash tree that suffered ash dieback, which I can probably show you in a minute. Oh. I could really do it being on this side. Unfortunately, it's not. No, that's not going to come from there, is it? There we go. Whew. Nice one. So I just need to make one more cut with my chainsaw, and I've got a nice big old block of wood to work from. if I can if I can actually, if I'm strong enough to lift it onto my roof, which I might not be. And that's the thing, how big now do I chop this trunk up to use? And also, how much trouble am I going to get into with the Canal River Trust? But you know, I've just saved them some money by helping out with forestry. Bit of tree surgery. So, can I lift that much in one go? Probably not. I'm just going to take a small amount, really. Quite a lot of effort for just one bit of wood, but there we go. Lovely piece of ash. I can put that on my roof and chop it up later. Oh. Oh. Woo! I really want to stay here longer and attack the rest of this, but let's have a look at how much battery I've got left. Actually, I've got enough battery for one more. Bear with me. I am going to do one more, and it'll be the one over here. Let's get you down closer so you can see what I'm doing. That was so easy, I'm doing another one. Yeah, that's like butter compared to what I was going through earlier on. Just lop these off. Always point your blade or chainsaw away from you towards your mate. Cut towards your mate, that's what my granddad used to always say. Right, we've got an extra one, extra freebie. I could honestly stay here all day chopping up wood, but I'm going to leave that for the next boater. They'll be loving that. Oh my goodness, they'll be loving that, if they've got a chainsaw. So that's my gift to other boaters. I'm going to leave all of that there. So all this wood I'm just putting on top of my roof now. Oh, you'll see in a minute. We've got quite a collection. And that'll keep me busy. Well, I've got so much to do at the moment, but you know, this takes priority. Just going to leave it, not lying down, but oh, can you see that? This tree has just pinched my my keys out of my pocket. How did you do that? You cheeky little stump. Well, yeah, I'm just going to leave you leaning against that one like that. Ooh. Okay, don't lean. That's fine, looks tidy at least. There we go. You're welcome, world. Okay, let's get on with this, shall we? I've had my fun, got that out of my system. I've done something that I've always wanted to do, which is chop a tree down with my axe. Well, almost did that, didn't I? It was mostly the chainsaw doing the work. And anything that I've just done, that is not how you should do it, it's just how I do it. So that's my disclaimer, do not copy me. I'm sure people will come for me in the comments, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting to ignore the hell out of you. A word like that. They don't like it when you ignore them. Yeah, I'm gonna come back for this one. Still got my gloves on, oh well. Yes, we've got some wood. Look at all that wood. Worth it. Yeah, if you're commenting on what I've just done, or chainsawing and all that sort of stuff, and not wearing the right equipment and all this sort of, just go away. I don't care. I've done my own risk assessment. I've taken on my own risk myself. It's on me, isn't it? It's nothing to do with you. So shut it. But yeah, obviously, if you're going to come down here and chop up that wood yourself, just, you know, please be careful. Because you never want something like that to come back at you, did you? It's not going to be my fault if someone else comes along and copies what I do. That's on them. I mean, copies what I do and hurt themselves. Because as you just saw then, I hurt myself earlier on the day in a different way. It wasn't from chopping up wood or chainsawing. Anyway, whatever. We've got lots to do now. I'm lucky I don't get a lot of negative comments. I did get some yesterday for pronouncing a place name differently to how the person who's commented says it. And you know, in that instance, they're always right, I'm always wrong. Even when I'm right. But enough of that. I'm very, very lucky with all the comments and all the chat. You're just brilliant. So supportive. Generally. You obviously get the banter, don't you? I get a lot of banter from blokes. Like, oh, Mr. Cummings, I didn't think I'd see you here. That's what I normally get. Robbie, oh, hey, you're gracing us with your presence, are you? All that sort of, it's just nonsense, isn't it? It's like, why are they doing that? It's because they feel threatened, don't they? They're like, oh, I've got to say something, because, oh yeah, my social hierarchy status is threatened because Robbie's just come into the room, or Robbie's just come along into the marina or whatever. But I'm not going around trying to do that. I'm more interested in chopping wood that's free and going through locks and playing the guitar and rocking out in your local metal bar. Found a great one in Northampton. King Billy's Rock Bar. Fantastic. It's what makes me miss places like Nottingham and Manchester. You know, they've got some fantastic rock bars. Leeds as well, that's a great place to go for like a bit of rock music, or at least it was. But yeah, where I'm headed, I'm not so sure. Like if I am headed towards Milton Keynes, which I think I might be, I don't know. There'll be some nice pubs along the way, but nothing like what I'd normally like going to. There's a pub in Leighton Buzzard, I don't know what it's called, but I remember that being really good about 6-7 years ago. This is the thing, I've not been on the Grand Union for about, well, I've not been south on the Grand Union towards London for about 6 or 7 years. That sort of time. I've got to drink some fluids. I've got a bottle of water at the front here because I'm out of, or almost out of, tap water. Yeah, love that new axe. That's a brilliant one, that. £75. Well spent. It's an absolute beauty. Can't wait to throw that. That's a throwing axe as well as a one for chopping wood. It's called a double bit in the axe throwing world. It's got not one but two sides, two blades. Right, I'm back for about 3 minutes. If you want to send me a question or anything, I'll try and answer it. One of the questions was, yeah, I'm very happy. How happy he is. Actually, I'm going to go past all the comments about being safe. Anyway, and how to actually chop the wood, which I just completely ignored you. So, I've been asked, did I miss how you moored up before the locks by Gemma and Ganymede? I don't know, I can't really comment on that one. How I moored up before the locks? What, you mean last night? Today? Nice job with the chainsaw there, that's just saved you about 50 quid. Do you reckon? Yeah, it probably has, hasn't it? I bought a bag of kindling the other day. Tiny little bag, £5. I felt absolutely cheated from Morrison's. Oh, lovely message from Claire Smith, if you can see it in the chat, that's very nice. It's not for me, it's for everyone. Shout out to Kate's nephew, Jason Taylor, and his train channel. That sounds cool. Are you coming back to Loughborough again? No, not for a while. Oh, our friend's got his windlass. Brilliant. Oh, this is wonderful. This is going to be easy now. Yep, we're at 2 hours, this live stream. We're going as long as, look at that. That's a fine silhouette there. I'm making a live YouTube video, don't mind, do you? You cut a fine silhouette with the sun there, that looked fantastic. But I'm more interested about you open the locks, I'm really happy about that. Yeah. Yeah, my name's Robbie, and I've got a YouTube channel. Yeah, I get that a lot. Am I cruising the cut? That'll make you laugh, you buggers. No, I'm not cruising the cut. Hello. You've got to see this. This lovely dog here. Hello. Hello. You stay there. That's it. Right. Ugh. Oh, we're going back slightly. Why's that? There's quite a bit of leakage in this lock. Oh, it's because I've left it in reverse, that's why. Knob. Plonker. Am I coming back to Drake Holes anytime soon? That's another no. I'm headed south now. I'll probably be down, possibly in London. How would you like that? How would you like to see a bit of London? And Essex. And Hertfordshire. It's where I sort of, it's the first place I headed to when I got this boat. And then after that I could head to the Kennet and Avon again, couldn't I? Yeah, who knows? Oh, I left my windlass. I love that guy has just said, I recognise your face. Are you cruising the cut? Love it. And I hope that, if Cruising the Cut David is watching, I hope that's making you laugh as well. Are you cruising the cut? Brilliant. I do get that a fair bit. David's channel on YouTube is so well known. Really good to see, really. But he's one of the originals, isn't he? He's been doing it from the start. In fact, him and Dan Brown, sort of interesting. They're the first narrowboat-based YouTubers. I might be wrong on that one, but I think they were the first. Hello.
One of your programs on your phone.
Oh, did you?
Before,
yeah.
You've done quite a few, haven't you?
Right, I'm going to test you now. What's the programme called?
I don't know. Well, maybe, I knew your face right away.
Oh, you've just had babies, have you? Is that right?
Yeah.
Hello. Oh. How you doing? Yeah. Good. Is the dad?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. So what are these breeds then, your dogs? You got
He's a border collie.
Border Collie.
And she's a sprocker.
Sprocker, which is a Springer
Springer and a cocker.
and a Cocker mixed.
Yeah. But now, mixed with that, they're called Sprollies.
I think that's what my mum's got.
Sprollies.
Oh no, she's got the other one. The Cocker version, which is mental. So yeah, don't get that. I think that's right. I might be confused then.
They're called Mungles in my day.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They were Mungles. They weren't a proper breed, they were Mungles, weren't they?
Yeah, and nothing wrong with that. I think if I had a dog, it'd be after if I move off the boat or something and get a house, I'd get a dog.
Where are you based at?
But this is my home.
Yeah.
This is the boat.
You haven't got a mooring?
No. Right. But yeah, if I had to give this up, if I had to move back into a house, first thing I'd do is get a dog, and I'd get a border collie. They're such intelligent dogs, aren't they? And they'll know what you're talking about when you're talking about it.
They know where you go, what shoes you're putting on.
Yeah.
If you're putting on boots, they're going to
They're so sensitive, aren't they? Yeah. Let's turn the camera around so they can see what's going on in front of us. Just join me. Welcome to Narrowboat Live. It's Canal Boat Diaries Live. Someone just mentioned earlier, and Jordan said doing a Canal Boat Diaries on the Thames would be amazing to watch. It would be, but for me, I'm not into it. I don't want to do it. Yes, it would look good on TV, but my goodness, I'm just not interested in getting and sinking my boat in the middle of the Thames. Right, here we go. Because I've got an air-cooled engine, don't forget. Any stray wave from a clipper boat roaring past is just going to sink me. Just don't trust other boats on the Thames. Or the weather. Yeah, that's a no to Canal Boat Diaries of the Thames. It probably will still happen, but I won't be happy about it. It'll be on a different boat, it won't be on this boat. So what's your name, sir? Seamus. Seamus, thanks so much for your help. And you live in a lockkeeper's cottage, basically, don't you? I think you've been possessed by an ex-lockkeeper. Yeah. I love it. This is what I'd be doing. I'd live in a lock cottage when I can't live on a boat. And I'd have some dogs and I'd come and open locks all day long. Right, I've got a bit of a tricky one here. And what I'm going to do is race to the front, take my chimney down so I don't crash into the bridge, because the bridge, it's given me enough room, but I'm taking no chances. And because my fire is off at the moment, which I'm going to regret, because it's going to be cold, it's off, so I can handle that without the gloves on. But look at that, we're going underneath a cow bridge. So this is obviously crossing through farmland, these locks. And this, just Wobbly Boaters comment just now in the chat. It dates, sort of interesting, Dan Brown, is his name, he runs the channel, as being the very first narrowboat YouTuber. How about that? Here we go, we're just going underneath Bridge 5, which is a movable bridge. I don't think it's used at all, so it's almost like it's fixed in place. But this would be to allow cattle to cross. So it could be called a cow bridge, if you like. So I've got some extra facts for you about that bridge. I've got some extra facts for you. Bridges for cows, right? When the arm was built between 1812 and 1815, it cut through several farms, leaving farmers with land on either side of the canal. So that's not ideal. You can't jump over these things. Yeah, not even at the lock. And you can't have cattle crossing these gates. 7 lift bridges were built along the canal so that cattle, sheep and machinery could cross the canal. 3 of the original lift bridges have been restored here, with funds raised by volunteers below locks 5, 10 and 13. The lock we're in right now is... Seamus, what lock number is this? We're in lock number 5, there we go. So I am going to, just shut this gate behind us. And if we're in lot 5, that probably means we're going to make it before the battery runs out on my phone. I hope so. It's quite a good thumbnail actually. I might just stand here for a bit longer. If I stand here long enough, YouTube might pick this as the thumbnail. I don't know. It won't do it. It'd be cool if it did. If it does, I'll definitely change it to that. One of yours. It's a bit of rubbish there, I'm just taking it out of the lock. Not to be a goody-goody, just it, you know, it might mess things up for me. Selfish reasons. Excellent. This is going all right. Hopefully, I'm just going to nip inside and get. I'm going to get an extra cable, charging cable, just to make sure we're not going to run out of battery. Oh yeah, here we go. Just got to get back to the day job. I'm opening the locks. Hello to 301 people currently watching. Crank that like button. Crank the like button if you're enjoying this. Is that all right, that one? You must know these locks pretty well. Yeah. You down here most days, or?
Yeah.
Right.
2 or 3 times a day, yeah.
Fantastic.
Some characters.
Well, yeah. People who live on boats, we are mental, a lot of us. We're all crazy. You have to be. Oh, thank you so much. Right, let's get the boat going into the next lock. And I'm going to put my jacket back on because it's getting really cold, especially with someone else doing all the work. Right. Thanks for all the likes that have been cranked. Aiming for more than is watching right now, that'd be great. And we're almost at 300 people watching. So if we can get more than 300 likes, that'd be amazing. Got 300 people watching this, Seamus, right now. Yeah. So I've got to get it right. You're doing brilliant, thanks. There we go, he's shutting the gate behind us. Got to give a round of applause for this guy. There he is, that side. Oh, it's hard to actually get. There we go. see some excellent hedge laying in a minute on this side. Next to the cute dog. And there's a mile marker. There's a mile marker right about now? Yeah, now. It says number 1 on it, so we've got 1 mile until the end of this arm. But still 4 more lots to go. Dogs. Doggos. Yeah, I love dogs, but just not going to have one until I move off the boat. If I do. Unless I get a bigger boat. Shout out to hedge layers. Especially here, they've done a great job. Excellent, we've gone over 300 likes. We've now got more like, oh no, we've got more people watching. Oh, it's changing all the time. So it's still the aim to get more likes than people watching. That's the goal. Can we do it? Right, I'm gonna have to break away now, get up out the lock. Thanks so much for everyone who's joined this live stream. And who is sticking with me. Or who's just joined. Yeah, whatever. It's all appreciated. I've gone the wrong side. Oh, jeez. Fucking hell. Ah. I'm just waiting for the guys helping us shut the gate. I don't need any help, but it is very kind of this man to join us. And we've got some cute dogs, haven't we? What have you got in your mouth? What's that? That's an apple. She's got an apple in her mouth. Hello, what have you got there? What have you got? You! Where are all your babies? Are they at home? Yeah? Yeah. Yeah. You! Have you got... If you put it down, I'm going to throw it for you. You drop it? No. That's it. That's it. I can throw it for you. That's it. There we go. Right, ready? That's it. Get that way.
Where are you heading to at the minute then?
Gayton Junction, yeah. I need to fill up with water because that's one thing you can't get in Northampton. And someone just made a great point to me. They said if you go down this arm here, reach the end of the canal, you have to go onto the river to turn round.
You do, yeah.
That's mad. Hello. Yeah.
Can't always do it when it's in flood either.
Yeah, that's another point, yeah. Oh, you helping us as well? Oh, well done. Got it. Good catch. Very good. Sorry, just playing with dogs. Wobbly Boater makes a great point. When you have a dog, you have someone to talk to without sounding like you're talking to yourself. Yep. That's why I have to do these live streams. Right, what are we at? We've got 307 people watching right now. 318 likes. Yes, we've done it. Excellent. Once again, a lovely sunset to look out for. I've just got to make it to the top of the locks. And I've also got to measure. I've got to measure the top lock. See how deep it is. I'm getting a lot of questions saying when will I next be in some area of the country, or you know, when are you coming back to so and so, which is lovely. It's really nice to feel welcome, but I don't really know where I'm going to be tomorrow, let alone in a few weeks' time or next year or whatever. Although at some point I'm going to release some dates of a live show that I'm doing next year, so I can tell you exactly where I'll be. I just won't be there with my boat because, yeah, be a bit much to have a live show and film a TV programme and nip up. You can't, you know, travelling at 4 miles an hour. Yeah. Try and keep it as calm as possible. This is my way of getting away from stress, making this my job. Thanks, Jordan, for your offer for drone footage. If you're BBC certified, then I can take you up on that one, definitely. Only because at the moment I'm not really making YouTube videos, and when I do, I've got my drone with me. I can just do it, can't I? And the thing is, with my journeys that I film, it's difficult to plan. Really difficult to plan ahead. All of us that work on the programme, which is maximum 3 of us, we're very tight knit. We're on a WhatsApp group together. We're constantly checking in, seeing if we can do certain days. You know, we're just, and we give up a lot to do this show. We give up family weekends, all that sort of stuff. Things that we want to do, meeting up with friends, football matches, whatever it is, we have to give it up to film on a nice day like this, for example. But look at this. Love seeing that sun peeking down through the lock. And this is one of my favourite views, lock walls. Sounds odd, doesn't it? But this view here we're getting right now, it's one of my faves. Bless you, Alfie, yeah, for saying you saw my boat in Victoria Keys and you didn't want to disturb me. Love it. You're the kind of person I want to meet rather than the people that do disturb me. Ironically, isn't that funny? People I do want to meet and chat with and spend time with, they're the ones that are most likely not to knock on my boat. It's always the extroverts, the show-offs and all that, that sort of, well, and also the people who are really generous. Because I get people knocking on my door sometimes and they go, oh, I've just brought you a load of beers and stuff like that, and it's just like, wow, that's really kind. Or they bought me a cake that they made or something. Really kind. But yeah, generally no one wants to be bothered, do? I mean, this is why we get narrow boats. We don't really want to be bothered, and especially if my curtains are shut, I'm either out or just don't. I'm recording something or whatever. You know, I don't want to be bothered. Seamus, I did stop to take up some of that wood back there and put a couple of logs on my roof.
Yeah.
But I've left the net and the rest there if you want it.
It hasn't been down long actually. It's not you a bit green yet. It's been down about 2, maybe 3 weeks, something like that.
It's ash. Yeah. But if you look at the base though, it's completely destroyed by that ash dieback, isn't it?
Rotted, yeah, I know, I saw that.
But yeah, as I was cutting through it, I was like, oh yeah, the bark's still quite green.
Did it cut all right, yeah?
Oh yeah, I butter some of it. It was great.
Lovely.
That's ash tree as well, isn't it? Yeah. Very sad. Very sad. We don't want to lose our ash trees.
No. Happened before with the elms, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, it did. Yeah, Dutch elm disease.
Yeah.
You're a sweetheart, aren't you?
Nice day.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
bit windy earlier on, but it's calmed down now. There we go. Yeah, good catch. Oh, you've come over, have you? Do you want to play as well? Who's going to win out of you two then?
I'll let her win every time.
Does he?
Even if he gets it, he gives it to her.
Very good. You know that trick.
Turn twice and then let go of it.
Yeah, good. Oh, you give it to her.
Yeah.
Oh,
He turns twice. And
you
then he drops it.
sweethearts.
He does it every single time.
Right, we've got
After he's done all the work.
Yeah.
Put it away.
we've got my favourite bridge coming up. It's one of the ones where motorists like to beep while they're going over it. So I'm going to beep at as many as I can on my horn just to confuse them. Right, we're getting on to 3 o'clock almost in the UK. That's the time, 5 to 3. But we're making great progress thanks to Seamus. He's been brilliant. He lives in a cottage at the top of the lock flight, and I think he really enjoys this. Who wouldn't? Message from Sue. Robbie, that was me in Manchester, Castlefields. I brought you some beers. I think you was pleased to see us. Yes, of course I was. I mean, I'm not going to turn you away, am I, with some beers? Even if I'm not drinking that week or whatever, you know, it's still it's lovely. But you don't have to bring me anything. Charles King says, the magnet girl on your last video, how's it going with her? She seems to have a great character. Definitely a keeper if you can handle her, mate. Well, maybe you'd like to handle her, seeing as though you're so interested. Over to you, Charles. Yeah, you're right, Mark. Mark Phillips. The people that leave beer are the best sort of people. Wow, there's people watching from all over. It's great. Wobbly Boater. Don't listen to him. He's being facetious about my love life. It's true. It is true, though. Everything you hear, it's true. No, I'm single and happy at the moment. Very, very happy with that arrangement. I haven't got time for a girlfriend. And I haven't met anyone recently that I really want to invest in. Right, we've got some motorists coming over this bridge, beeping, so we're going to beep back. You know what I mean? Because what's the most annoying thing, especially if you live by a bridge like this? Get people, instead of slowing down, they just beep. Here we go. They absolutely shat themselves. That was brilliant. Fantastic. That's what we want. Getting ready for the next one. Got to be a little bit earlier this time. I've got the horn. Reminds me of one of my favourite movies, 24-Hour Party People. I've got the horn, Ryan. Oh, they're not beeping. Okay, so I'm not going to beep back for them. Causing havoc on the road above me. Amazing. Yeah, beeping is just sad. Let's have one more, come on. Just trying to wait for a car to beep as they go over that bridge. Come on, one more. Especially if they go beep, 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 beep. That's my favourite one. Not going to get it, are we? Got him. White van as well. That was double points. Oh yeah, all right, Sasha. Yeah. Excellent. Right. You're getting in on this live stream now. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Right, we've got my friend Sasha, who's come, I met in Manchester actually. She's come to open all the locks for me. Well, we're nearly at the top. We're nearly at the top. But that's mad. How are you, dude? All right? I think so. Or wasn't it Streatham? No, not Streatham.
It was in Cosfield Basin.
Right.
So fire,
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah. Are you? Oh, excellent. Yeah, well, I'd say what I might more near you. Not to give it away in the location. We're live on YouTube. But no, my number's still the same.
I'll text you. Like,
But yeah, how you doing?
good to see you.
Sorry.
I couldn't resist driving down there though. I did cheat.
Where are you moored though?
In a marina not too far.
Oh, okay. And the secret location, not too far away. Love it.
Yeah. I'll send you a message in a bit
Yeah.
when you finish your live stream.
Yeah, it is the same number. If you've got the old one, it's the same one.
I'll tell you what,
Just-
let's show you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've got it.
It's really cool to see you again because
I haven't seen you in ages.
I say it a lot. You meet boaters you get on with, and then you don't see them for years, do you? So
Is that the same one?
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
same one. Yeah,
I'll send you a message and meet up with you later then. Don't want to disturb you
yeah,
too much.
that'd be nice.
I couldn't resist popping to say
I might be like exhausted, knackered, or whatever, but try it anyway.
I promise you, you'd never drink. I'll buy you one. It's on me. So.
Excellent. Thank you. Right. Oh, nice one. That works, doesn't it? water. There we go. Sasha, shall I give your channel a plug? Sasha's Narrowboat Life, if you want to see the videos.
No, it's not. I've not done much with it lately. I've been a bit of a break from it. You know, it's like sometimes it gets too much, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I love this bridge. They're beeping as I go over. I got a white van earlier on. I beeped back and they stopped on the top, on the middle. Yeah, small pleasures. It's just annoying that hearing that all day. You get fed up with it.
When I first bought the cars, I go, oi! No, nobody bothered. So I didn't bother waiting after that.
Just slow down.
And then they said, you're miserable, get beeping you again. And didn't wait.
Oh, yeah, sometimes people beep at you to say hello.
I know.
I was near the bottom of the mountain flight, there's a bridge like that. I was moored up next to it and we kept getting this beeping. I just sat there at the back of the boat just when you hear it and beep back just to like see if you can stop. Shouldn't really, but...
Yeah. Excellent. So once I'm in this next lock, I've got to measure the level of water between the bottom and the top. Don't ask me why, but that's what I've got to do. Bit of research. Canal boat diaries research. All right, see you later. Yeah. That was nice to see. That was a friend, Sasha, who I met in Manchester. Now there is someone stopped on the bridge. Right, this is our last lock. Directly ahead of us. Get the camera. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And this last lock has a really interesting little hut next to it. We can't show you inside the hut, but really cool looking Lengthman's hut. And it's got some smashing views from here as well. Across the valley. Well, wherever that is. Looking towards Bronson, I guess. Looking towards Rugby and Coventry and all that. Across the East Midlands, I think. Look at that lens flare. Oh yeah. Sweet. Absolutely. Wobbly boater makes a great point there. It's lovely travelling around. Seeing locations like this, it's fantastic, isn't it? Experiencing things like this. And I do this to meet people. I like meeting people and seeing if I can find people that I really get on with. People you sort of like, you know, click with. But if you're both boaters, it's very difficult to stay in touch. Because yeah, you can text each other and all that sort of stuff, but that's just, or call each other, but it's, I don't know. It's better to meet in person, isn't it really? I'm on my phone long enough as it is. Right, let's get the tape measure out, because I'm now about to measure this lock from the top part of the wet bit to the bottom part of the wet bit. So where you see that line, just there, I need to measure from there down to where the water is. And I'm doing that because we need the measurements for the Canal Boat Diaries show that we're currently filming. Well, we're in between the filming locations right now. So I've got my trusty tape measure. The boat's at a near standstill. Let's just get to where this chain is. Actually, there's a nice little chain. Those Schweppes. Hang on. Just trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. That's it now, Seamus. Thank you, mate. Yeah, I've just got to do this first. Everyone's been saying how lovely you've been opening the lock, so thank you. Thank you so much. Right, can you see what I'm doing? Doesn't matter, does it really? But I'm just going to try and measure this from the water all the way up to that line there. That's the rise, the amount that the water rises or falls. And we're looking at 5'9", just about. Measure it again. Yeah, 5'9". So I just got to message my producer Stu, tell him 5'9", rise for lock number 1, top lock. Sweet, right, we're ready. Our last lock here. Really happy about this. We're going to achieve all of the goals that we set at the start. I've measured the locks that I need to measure, and I've been the last lock, and that's another goal. And also we got some wood. Look at the state of my roof, all that lovely ash on top of my roof. Fantastic. Could not be happier with how today's went. Gone. And I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for liking the video. I'm going to end it in a minute, and then I'll find somewhere to moor up. But yeah, we're just going to get up through this lock first, and I'll get out the other side, tie up on the landing, and then I'll end the live stream. There's a little bit of business that I can tell you about. Canal Boat Diaries DVD's coming out in February. Might already be able to pre-order that. I'm doing live shows next year, where I'm just going to be talking through some of my photographs. Some of my images on my phone, rather. Behind the scenes stuff and a bit of music. I'm going to try and play some more live music. So I've got a loop pedal that will help me achieve some of the songs that I've written that have many different layers to them. And also, I am working on a book, but that's a project that I'm working on outside of making TV programmes. And because this is such a small team that make Canal Boat Diaries, a lot of the time it is just me doing all You know, it's all consuming, it takes up everything. But I also want to release some more music, so there's that to look forward to. And yeah, just keep on keeping on and trying to have as much fun as possible. It's life's short, you know, you haven't got too many days left. I'm halfway through probably by that now. So yeah, just trying to make have as much fun as possible, doing what I love doing. And I'm going to carry on doing as many of these live streams as I can for you. But when I'm moored up for a long time, I might have to try and rethink it, because these kind of moving around live streams are quite rare, the opportunity to do them. So I might just have to, yeah, do something else for a little bit. In regard to YouTube, something a bit differently. I wouldn't mind trying to find a different editing program. I'd like to do some more music videos, that would be cool. And maybe collaborate with some other people who don't maybe do boat videos but do something else, you know, crossover. Because if you ask me who I follow on social media, it's mostly people who don't do boat stuff. You know, I'm interested in what I'm interested in, and I already do this. I already make videos about canal boats, so yeah. So I need to watch videos about it. In fact, I do meet few people who say, I've not seen your show, Robbie, I've not seen your YouTube videos, because they already do this sort of thing. They already live on a boat, they live this life. So, you know, why would they, I guess, watch videos about my lifestyle? They've got enough to carry on with. Usually younger boaters. So I got a bit of a situation with a log that's gotten stuck. It's a bit wet to be burning, but it could be firewood, I guess. But it's just gotten stuck right in the bit where the lock shuts, where the gate shuts. I wonder if I could lift it out from there. No. I'll just have to push that out with my boat. Hey, this is the first look. Shutting the lock, opening the lock gate with a barge pole. Just about. Although I do remember this one being really, really difficult to open. Yeah, that's about as far as it goes. All right. Let's go tie up. Can wind everything down a bit. Just before I do though, I mean this lock, yeah, this lengthens hut here is pretty cool. It's got a corrugated roof. It's mostly iron, but it's got a bit there. And I imagine that the guy that we met earlier on, is what he owns. I should have asked him about it actually. There's no window in it as such, but this is what it would have been used for. The person who looked after this stretch of the waterway, this would be their little base. They'd have that to shelter from the weather. Got a chimney, as you can see, so they have to keep warm, keep their tools in it, that sort of thing. Getting out of here. Amazing, isn't it, that light? And I love this forest ahead of us. I think it's all birch trees. It's really cool. Okay, I'm just going to hop off, pull the boat round, tie up. I know, I'm very hungry right now, so I need to eat something. And my boater friend Sasha just said, well, let's go for a drink later on, so I might have to do that. I might have to be sociable. But we'll see, because I also have to go and get my truck. My truck is parked a few miles away, so I've got to do a bit of walking. It's not easy, is it, this lifestyle, but I love it. And yeah, thanks for sharing it with me for this little trip. We did it, we made it to the top of the locks. I measured some of the locks and we got some free wood. I'm well happy with that, so happy. So thanks for joining me on this journey. I'm going to say goodbye. Massive shout out to Wobbly Boater for just basically helping this whole live going so smoothly and answering your questions. It's been absolutely brilliant. So massive shout out to Wobbly Boater. Shout out to Seamus as well for helping us through the locks. All the Crankit crew that have been watching. If you want to know more about the Crankit crew, it's in the description below. And everyone else, all you subscribers, if you haven't subscribed, you might want to do that, because then you'll know about the next live video. Anyway, over and out. Thanks so much. By the way, don't ever say over and out when you're on a walkie-talkie, because it means over to you, but also end the communication. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. Very rude thing to do. So over. Not going to say over. I'm going to say naughty lass out. Robbie out. Bye.